I don't think you'll need any more forward. I think, as long as he's pushing through his neck and he feels like he's taking you with him, it's good. Okay? I don't want you to get to the point where he's going so forward that when you make a lengthening, or medium, that he doesn't show a big difference. Yeah. Good. And medium on the long side. Hands a little closer together. And collect. On the diagonal medium. What do you feel?
I feel bobbly.
I'd agree. And why do you feel bobbly? Here's why I want you to ride a little bit more aggressively in the connection and say, I got to hold it together a little bit. Right? There are a lot of horses that just need that support. Right? So, the medium, when I'm training it, is the one place that I'll accept a strong connection. I want to feel the horse there. If I'm not pushing enough, I don't feel him there. Right? I want to feel him pushing in, and then I want to keep it together and force him to stay in his hind leg a little bit. If I don't, and I let him go, he runs over his shoulders. And sometimes they get a little crooked, or they get on the forehand. There's those bobbly steps. You can only push him so much over the ground before you're going to get to those bobbly steps, where he's going to say, I'm maxed out. Right? You're always training to get a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So you want to think today's 100% is next week's 80%. So when you train and you're really aggressive like that, and you're keeping it together, you're forcing him to, one, find the balance more, but you're also forcing him to push on the hind leg and get stronger. When you go into the show ring, take just a little bit less, then you're going to have the light feel. Right? You train it to a strong feel, in the show ring, you'll take a little bit less. So when you're ready, let's try it out again. On the long side, finish it with a little shoulder in through the corner. Push his hind leg under you, bring the shoulder. Good. There you go. I want you to think you can close up the hind leg a little bit. Sometimes horses step wide when they come into the medium. I want you to be able to put a hind leg under you. Good. Good. Now straighten. A little rounder, and go. And collect. Now think shoulder in. Push him under you. Yeah, don't let him fall. When you're making the medium, we have to figure out where's the best place over his top line for him to make the most amount of work. Is it a little up? Is it at the vertical? Or is it a little bit deep? Right? I want you to feel like as you're going, you can still hold the hind leg under your seat a little bit. That you don't feel him stepping wide behind. And then shoulder in to make the collection. Push him through. Good. And then again, start with a little shoulder in feel. Know that you can keep his inside hind leg under you. Then straight, medium, and then collect by doing the shoulder in again. And straighten. Good. Now straighten. And now go. A little rounder as you're coming into it. Good. And now collect. Now did you feel his hind leg step in? So a hint of a shoulder in feel from your inside leg. Just a hint of it into the medium. A hint of it. That's almost too much. And now straighten and medium. Holding his inside hind leg under you. Go. There. And now collect.
That was better.
That was a little better. You got to take just that little bit of inside leg. So you're going to use a little more inside leg than outside leg. That little bit of holding his hind leg under your inside seat bone into the medium. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And collect. Okay. Let's try a little on the diagonal now. Good. Good. And now collect. That was good. And a little shoulder to feel. Very nice. Good. Good. That's it. Long side. Shoulder in. I know she scared me too when I first met her.
Very funny.
Good. Yeah, keep that push. Yep. Very good. Center line, leg heel. Start from this feeling that he's on the aids and then push him over. Not too much bend, take the bend out. Going over, take the bend out of his outside neck. Going. Let's try it again. Less bend. If anything, I think you can start it, and every once in a while change the flexion back to the right. Kind of sneak in a little bit of half-pass feel. There. Sneak in a little half-pass feel. Yeah. Good. I liked it. Yep, let's try it again. You have to feel like you're keeping the shoulder square over the hind leg. You can make the bend in the neck where you want, but if you bend him in the neck and you feel him drifting over the shoulders and he's not square, he's taking... Yep. So let's say, like right there, you almost get to the wall, and he turns himself into a black pretzel. It's at that point you push him off the outside leg and do a leg yield off the right leg, okay? Right? Because he's just flinging himself. He's just trying to fling himself to the wall. So we'll try it again. Center line. Feel like you're keeping it. I always feel that the horse is really honest in a leg yield. I feel like I'm just bringing the hind leg sideways and steering the forehand over the hind leg. I'm steering the forehand over the hind leg. Yeah. That's it. Right. And when he starts coming unglued and taking himself off your aids, at that point you say, we're not going sideways with you and that kind of an attitude. Right? You don't get to go sideways with that attitude. Yeah. That's it. That's the way. Yeah? And when he lets you ride to that balance, then start pushing it more sideways. But if he just says, I'm going to fling myself, don't take the sideways. Make sure he's honest. He's waiting for you to start it. Hold him over the hind leg. Yep. Hold his shoulders over the hind leg. Right. Diagonal medium. How you doing? Good. Diagonal medium. Hold his hind leg under you. Little right hind. Yep.
Do you do that at other clinics now too, Brad?
Yeah, a little bit. Center line, leg yield. That's right, hold him in, that's right. He only gets to go sideways on your terms. On your terms. Yep, that's right, you bet. All right. Now that's smart riding. Do it again. That's smart riding. And you know, when you consistently say, I'm not going to accept the sideways unless you do it on my aids, then it gets more brilliant, more rideable, more easy. Yeah? Good. And again. Okay. And now your leg yield. Yep.